Look at that.
Yeah, there it is.
Look at that. All right, we're here like eight minutes, and I figured out a lot about my golf swing. Okay. All right, so GolfTec invited us here today to try their new mind-blowing technology. It's called OptiMotion. Come on in, let's check it out. All right, we're in the Englewood location here in New Jersey, GolfTec. We're with Nick. Nick, I hear you got some game-changing technology here. It's called OptiMotion. Don't know what it is. Tell us about it.
Yes, absolutely. So this is our GolfTec's new proprietary 3D motion capture. We're going to be using our high-speed cameras to work through your 3D motion throughout the golf swing. It's going to help us basically pinpoint exactly what you need to do to change to make your golf game better, your golf swing better.
And is it correct that I don't have to wear anything?
Nothing. It's all through the cameras. All you got to do is grab a club and start swinging away.
That's it. No harnesses, no sensors, nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Step up and it's going to just go right from there.
All right, we're going to be seeing your swing from all angles.
All angles today.
Nowhere to hide today.
No.
Let's go.
This should be good. All right, Nick, so I see 8 different number boxes on the screen, and they're moving as I move. So what are they?
Yeah, no, absolutely. These are your shoulder and your hip motions. They're going to show you how your body is rotating throughout the swing, how your body tilts, both left and right, how they bend forward and backward. And they also measure the sway, so how you move either towards or away from
Which is a very common issue
that
amateurs deal with.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
After the shot, you'll see that they get color coded. So it's going to orient towards the path of the club.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yep. So most amateurs, they're going to be in the red. They're going to come the most over the top. They're going to hit the most behind the ball. Where the blue is, it's going to be the most inside out. So a lot of times we'll try to take the amateurs. We'll go from red to blue and then back to green. So green is where we want them to live.
Color coded, nice and simple.
Yes,
I like
sir.
that. All right, let's take a shot here.
Oh yeah, there you go. Nice little pull fade. You'll see the numbers are going to pop up onto the screen here momentarily. There you go. There are the positions right there.
All right, so we've got the shoulder bend at 40.
That's exactly tour average here in the
Tour average. I was going to ask you that next. Where does that stack up?
Yep.
Hip tilt, 5 degrees right.
6 degrees right. It's a little bit higher than the tour average. It's a little bit more in the, you'll see a blue. So that's going to orient to more of an inside-out path.
Which I know that, so that's great that it gives me that instant feedback, telling me my faults that I know right away.
You'll see as we go through the swing. Where it's going to show you how your body is rotating. You got the shoulder turn up there. This is where we focus a lot on with amateurs, getting to enough rotation in the backswing. A lot of times
this.
Yeah.
So at each moment of the swing, you can calculate those numbers, I see.
Exactly right.
And you could stop it just to see if it's in the right.
Yeah, we got 9 different positions of the swing. We'll bring it to the top. It's going to show that you didn't quite rotate enough with your shoulders and your hips.
Okay.
And it was a little bit more of that reverse spine angle where you just kind of bend your body back
Kind of
this
just
way.
bend a little bit. So hence the yellow colors.
Exactly right. Yeah, so that's going to orient more to a little bit of an outside in swing path actually at that point in the swing. So you're going to, with your coach, you're going to work through and get exactly where you need to focus to improve your game.
Okay.
So say right now we need to work on your hip and shoulder turn so that way you're not.
Great, because I can see how
everything.
perhaps maybe an amateur golfer, maybe a 20 handicap or even less, somebody better could just see all these numbers and be like, what is this?
Right.
But to break it down that simple by location, and I think that's cool. Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
All right, so what's so wild here is that we've seen and worked with similar type of programs that show this level of detail. However, never seen it done without having to wear some
Still
sort of
blowing my mind
reference
how
point.
they get
right.
that.
So it's essentially is all of this information is just being gathered from the 2 cameras that we see here.
Correct.
Right? So those are picking up, I guess, in high speed. But what's so amazing to me, Mike, I mean, we're talking about fractions of an inch.
Yeah.
0.1 inch of hip sway there, and then measuring the degrees. So the fact that they all gathered that in seconds is what's really blowing my mind.
It's wild.
Yeah. So now, Nick, as a coach using this type of tool,
Yes.
how do you best use it? So we're seeing, for us as students, it helps because it's creating a really great visual.
Sure.
Where we could see something, it probably makes it a little bit easier for you to explain.
Yeah.
But we just did a 1 baseline swing with Mike. If you're taking us through a lesson, how do you utilize this information?
So I'm always going to relate it back to what the ball flight is, what the contact is, right? He's hitting it, he hit a little pull fade. So I'm going to be looking at these numbers and relating it to to that body motion.
Gotcha. So that's why simultaneously you're using foresight
Exactly.
to pick up all your ball information. So you're basically trying to link up body and ball flight and see where you can improve.
Cause and effect.
That's it.
The three numbers I brought up to the top are the shoulder turn, the hip sway, and the shoulder sway. You're going to see that your hip sway is actually more away from the target than your shoulder sway. That's that little bit of that reverse spine angle, right? So the idea is going to be to keep your left hip more forward on the backswing, and it's going to be rotate your body the rest of the way back.
God, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, there it is.
Look at that.
That's where that pull fade comes from. See the angle of attack difference.
Nick, why am I doing that, Nick? Why am I doing
There
that?
it is. It's that reverse spine angle. So we got to rotate the body, keep that hip forward.
Okay.
So that's what we got to work on.
All right, we're here like eight minutes, and I figured out a lot about my golf.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want you to set up. You're going to set up with your left hip bumped a little bit forward to start.
Okay.
All right. And then I want you to turn.
Bumped a little like this.
Yep. Exactly.
Like exaggerated.
Exaggerated.
Okay.
Yep. So stop at the top of your backswing. All right. So we're going to rotate this hip more back. Yep. And this spine's going to be more this way. That's the way. So I just took a video of that swing, of that practice swing.
Let's see it.
Look at that.
Oh yeah. Look at the
What a
difference.
The difference.
Look at that spine.
Yes.
Look at that rotation in the lower body.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great how they put it right there in front of your face.
Well, I was going to ask
Yeah.
you, do you feel like you're comprehending it better because you can see
100%.
Yeah.
Instant.
And look at the difference in the numbers, right? You got 80 degrees of shoulder turn before, 36 in the hips. Now look at the after. You got 101 degrees of shoulder turn, 63 degrees of hip turn. Notice how it went from yellow to blue,
Yeah.
right?
And I think one thing that I love seeing when you see something like this is that right now, like we're all crunched for time, right? So I think I see this as a huge time saver. The fact that you get the instant feedback and you're seeing it in real time, I feel like you're going to get more pound for pound out of a lesson. It's seeing is believing when it's on the screen in front of you with the numbers side by side, and you can feel it and see it. I think that's the game changer.
And then what makes it even more easier for us, is seeing the tour player.
Oh yeah.
Seeing someone else do it right next to you, makes it click.
Right.
Absolutely.
That feels awkward, but
But we're seeing it happen in real time right behind you with those reference points, Mike.
Fine. Yeah, let's see the spine angle. There it is.
better. Shoulder's not in front of my foot.
Exactly right.
It was a little tilted there towards the
We got a lot of blue and green numbers, though.
Exactly. We went from yellow to green and blue, which is exactly what we want. And notice here, your hip sway is actually a little bit more towards the target than your shoulders were. So exactly what we were going for with the rotation.
Wow.
And then look at the club path difference is going to be much better. It's going to be a lot less outside in, a lot more on plane.
Yeah, this is great.
Wow. And now we're talking about in two swings.
Yeah.
So no doubt the visual makes a difference.
Yes.
Big time.
All right, let's look at the difference here in the before and after swing in the club path and the way down. One on the left is before, club shaft's going through your neck, where this one's starting to go through your shoulder instead.
Right. I mean, at that one on the left, the only place that club can go is this way.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's where it is. Whereas, now I can finally release a club.
Yeah.
If I did.
Exactly right.
Easy game, Frank.
Easy game.
Easy, right?
Easy game.
Easy. All right, so while Mike works through some reps there, one thing that I want to say, we opened the video talking about mind-blowing technology, but what I really feel like the aha moment happens, it's actually at the moment that the technology and the experience of the instructor meet. Because any one of us as amateurs could stand in front of that and instantaneously get every number we want to get on our swing. But the question really comes down to boiling down to what to do with it. And that's where often we can overcompensate or make changes that end up pushing us in the wrong direction or confusing us or ending up, we feel like we're twisted like a pretzel. That's where using that visual helps both the instructor and the student to better understand it, but having the instructor there, as you see what Mike is doing right now with Nick, going through some body motions and some low-tech things like putting a club on the ground, it's where those two things meet that I feel like the real mind-blowing aha moment, whatever you want to call it, really happens. So it's not just the technology, which is just absolutely amazing, the fact that it's picking all that information off of just standing in front of cameras. But again, leveraging that and building it as part of a lesson, and a lesson that you can reference back to later in the GOLFTEC app I think that's really where the magic happens.
If I'm rotating all the way to the...
Yep. That's the way.
Yeah.
This is the drill we use a lot here at GolfTec.
Yeah.
To help change that path and make somebody go from red to blue.
I love seeing this.
Yeah.
It's so eye-opening.
Right.
Again, just to have that feedback so fast and right in front of you. Like
Yeah.
now I know in my next range session exactly what to
What
do.
you need to feel.
Exactly what to do.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Here it comes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Under the line. You got it.
Woo.
And look at upper body now. You got your hip and shoulder sway at least at the same number versus shoulders leading at this position. There you go, green and a blue. This is a P6.
All right,
There we go.
that's it.
Just got to get used to that contact, but much better.
Right, and it's like at this point we're like, that's it. I don't want to overthink it.
Nope.
I got it.
Keep it simple.
But look how fast I got it. That's the best part.
Exactly.
How long
right.
were we here? 20 minutes? I've never been this excited after leaving a lesson. Now, I've gotten a lot of information, but I think for me, and I know a lot of people out there, a lot of amateur golf, especially people just getting in the game,
Yeah.
they want simple. They want to understand it very easily. And this is the way to do it, easily, because you've got all those numbers, but they make sense. It's not like they're all those numbers, but what do they mean?
Right.
They're basic. Shoulder turn, hip turn, sway, okay, and the color coordination. That's what you want to see. Okay, we were in the red, let's get it to the green.
Right.
Again, simple. And then to cue it up with the pro right next to it. And then, because right there, when you're done, you do it. So this, you guys said you had mind-blowing technology, and guess what? Mind is blown. I'm telling you. So how do people come down here and work with you?
Yeah, find us on online. You got, search us GolfTec Englewood on Google. You can call up your local GolfTec. You go on golftec.com.
Almost 200 locations about in the country?
In the world.
In the world.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So basically anywhere you live, you're going to find something nearby. Find your GolfTec coach, and they'll be able to help you with OptiMotion, just like I helped Mike today.
Are we going to start seeing those big high draws soon, or what?
I think so. It's going to take some time, but I'm going to have to work on it.
And a lot of slow motion practice swings.
10% swings.
Yes.
I could try that.
Yeah.
We'll see if I can do it. Awesome. This was great, dude.
No.
Thanks, man.